Have you ever felt that familiar sense of slowing down, that your once reliable strength isn't quite what it used to be? Perhaps simple tasks feel a little heavier, or you notice a general softening where muscle used to be firm. You might shrug it off thinking, well, that's just part of getting older, isn't it? But what if that assumption isn't entirely correct? What if there's a crucial piece of the puzzle, a vital factor in maintaining your muscle mass and strength as you age that is often overlooked or misunderstood? It's not just about hitting the gym or eating protein, though those are important. There's a hidden player you might be missing. In this video, we're going to uncover the surprising truth about muscle loss in seniors and reveal one essential vitamin that your muscles desperately need. We'll break down 8 critical points you absolutely must know about this often ignored nutrient. These aren't just random tips. They're insights backed by science, highlighting a connection that could change how you approach healthy aging. By the end of this, you'll understand why this vitamin is non-negotiable for muscle health in your golden years. And, more importantly, you'll know exactly what you can do about it. This isn't about turning back time, but about empowering you to maintain strength, independence, and vitality for years to come. Stick around, because understanding this one nutrient could be the key to unlocking stronger, more active senior years. Let's dive into these essential points. All right, let's start with the first critical point. Point 1. The reality of muscle aging versus the avoidable accelerator. You've likely heard the term sarcopenia. It's the medical term for age-related muscle loss. It's true that some decline in muscle mass and function can occur with age. Most people accept this as an inevitable slide, like gravity just taking its toll. They assume feeling weaker is solely a function of the number of candles on their birthday cake. But this is a crucial assumption we need to challenge. While age is a factor, the rate and severity of muscle loss are heavily influenced by lifestyle and nutritional factors that are absolutely within your control. Thinking it's just age makes you feel powerless. The reality is, for many seniors, muscle loss isn't just a gentle, unavoidable slope. It's accelerated by specific deficiencies. And one deficiency, more than many others, acts as a silent accelerator for muscle disappearance. Imagine your muscles are like the engine of a car. Over time, any engine experiences wear and tear. That's the age part. But if you don't give that engine the right type of fuel or the necessary oil, the wear and tear happen much faster, and the engine performs poorly or breaks down prematurely. For your muscles, age is wear and tear, and a critical missing nutrient is the wrong fuel or missing oil accelerating the damage. Understanding this distinction is the first step to taking back control. Muscle aging might be inevitable, but severe, debilitating muscle loss often is not. The implication here is powerful. You are not passive victims of aging when it comes to your muscles. You are active participants, and addressing key factors can make a world of difference. It means the weakness you feel might not be your destiny. It might be a signal that something is missing. This point is vital because it shifts your mindset from resignation to empowerment. Knowing that there's more at play than just your age gives you the motivation to look for solutions. Muscle aging happens, but the rapid disappearance of your strength? That's a different story, often tied to correctable issues, which brings us to the second critical point, and the reveal of the vitamin. Point 2. Unveiling the star vitamin. It's not just for your bones. For decades, we've heard about this vitamin primarily in relation to bone health. We're told it helps absorb calcium, keeps bones strong, and prevents osteoporosis. All of that is absolutely true and incredibly important, especially as we age. But focusing only on bones means we've missed a massive piece of its role in the body. The vitamin we're talking about, the one your muscles are disappearing without, is vitamin D. You probably already know vitamin D exists, but you might not realize how unique it is. Unlike most vitamins, which we must get entirely from our diet, our bodies can actually produce vitamin D when our skin is exposed to sunlight. Even more fascinating, once produced or consumed, vitamin D is converted in the body into an active form that functions more like a hormone than a typical vitamin. Hormones are powerful messengers that regulate many processes throughout the body, and vitamin D has receptors in numerous tissues, including, significantly, muscle tissue. The assumption that vitamin D is only for bones is what causes so many seniors to overlook its crucial role in muscle health. They might think, "Oh, my bones are okay. I don't need to worry about vitamin D." But that couldn't be further from the truth. Muscle cells specifically need vitamin D to function correctly, grow, and maintain their mass. Think of it like oil in your car engine again. You know oil is crucial to prevent friction and damage. But if you only ever heard that oil is good for the exhaust system and ignored its role in the engine itself, you'd miss its most vital function. For years, we've been told vitamin D is great for the bone exhaust system, but its fundamental role in the muscle engine has been downplayed. The implication is clear. You need to start thinking of vitamin D as a muscle nutrient first and a bone nutrient second, or at least equally important for both. Simply assuming enough vitamin D for bones is enough for muscles is a dangerous oversight that can accelerate muscle loss. This point is vital because it corrects a common misconception and places vitamin D squarely in the spotlight as a key player in muscle health, not just skeletal health. Recognizing its hormonal function highlights its widespread impact beyond just calcium absorption. So, how exactly does this sunshine hormone power your muscles? That's our third point. Point 3. The mechanism. How vitamin D directly powers your muscle fibers. It's not just a correlation. There are direct biological pathways where vitamin D impacts muscle function. Your muscle cells contain vitamin D receptors, VDRs. When the active form of vitamin D binds to these receptors, it triggers a cascade of events within the muscle cell. Firstly, vitamin D plays a role in calcium regulation within muscle cells. Calcium is absolutely essential for muscle contraction. Without proper calcium handling, muscle fibers can't contract efficiently, leading to weakness and reduced performance. Vitamin D helps ensure calcium is available where and when it's needed for strong, crisp contractions. Secondly, vitamin D appears to influence muscle protein synthesis and muscle fiber growth. Research suggests it can affect the size and number of muscle fibers, particularly type 2 fast-twitch fibers, which are crucial for strength and power. Adequate vitamin D levels are associated with larger muscle fibers and greater muscle mass. Conversely, deficiency is linked to muscle atrophy wasting. It's like vitamin D acts as a signal telling your muscle cells to grow and repair themselves effectively. Thirdly, there's evidence suggesting vitamin D can help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress within muscles, which can contribute to muscle damage and loss over time, especially with age. Imagine your muscle fibers are tiny batteries that need recharging. Vitamin D acts like a specialized charger and maintenance crew for these batteries. It helps them perform their main job, contraction, encourages them to grow bigger and stronger over time, and protects them from getting worn out too quickly. Without this specialized charger, your muscle batteries lose their capacity and shrink. The action here is to appreciate the cellular level importance of this vitamin. It's not a passive bystander. It's actively involved in the machinery of muscle function and growth. Understanding this mechanism reinforces why getting enough is so critical. It's about supporting the fundamental building blocks of your strength. This point is vital because it moves beyond just saying vitamin D is good for muscles to explaining how it's good through specific biological actions that directly impact muscle contraction, growth, and health. If you're finding these points enlightening, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our future health insights for seniors. Now, if vitamin D is so crucial for muscles, why are so many seniors falling short? That's our fourth critical point. Point 4. Why seniors are particularly vulnerable to vitamin D deficiency. While vitamin D deficiency can affect anyone, several age-related factors make seniors uniquely susceptible. It's a perfect storm that often leads to inadequate levels precisely when muscle health becomes even more critical. Firstly, as we age, our skin's ability to synthesize vitamin D from sun exposure decreases significantly. Compared to a younger person, a senior might need considerably more time in the sun to produce the same amount of vitamin D, even with the same exposure. Secondly, seniors often spend less time outdoors than younger adults due to reduced mobility, living situations, or health concerns. Less time in the sun directly translates to less vitamin D production. Even when outdoors, clothing and sunscreen, while important for skin cancer prevention, block UV rays needed for synthesis. Thirdly, kidney function can decline with age. The kidneys play a crucial role in converting vitamin D into its active, hormonal form. If kidney function is impaired, this conversion process is less efficient, meaning even if you get enough vitamin D from sun or diet, your body might not be able to utilize it effectively. Fourthly, dietary intake might decrease or become less varied with age due to appetite changes, dental issues, or economic factors. Many foods aren't naturally rich in vitamin D, and relying solely on diet can be challenging. Consider an older solar panel, your skin that's less efficient, placed in the shade, more often less sun exposure, connected to an aging battery converter, your kidneys, and only sometimes hooked up to the power grid diet. Each factor reduces the final energy available, just as each age-related factor reduces usable vitamin D. The implication is that the standard ways most people get vitamin D become less reliable as you get older. You can't assume the same habits from your younger years are still providing enough vitamin D for your muscle health. This vulnerability is why monitoring and potentially supplementing becomes so important in later life. This point is vital because it explains why seniors are at higher risk, highlighting that it's not due to poor choices alone, but also biological changes and lifestyle factors common with aging. Understanding this vulnerability is key to taking proactive steps. So, what happens to your muscles when this vital vitamin is consistently low? That's our fifth point, and it's quite concerning. Point 5. The alarming consequences of low vitamin D on muscle strength and function. The lack of adequate vitamin D has tangible and worrying effects on muscle health, effects that seniors often attribute only to age. When your muscles aren't getting the fuel and maintenance signal that vitamin D provides, they begin to suffer. The most direct consequence is muscle weakness. Studies consistently show a correlation between low vitamin D levels and reduced muscle strength, particularly in the lower body. This weakness can make everyday activities like climbing stairs, getting out of a chair, or walking long distances feel significantly harder. Along with weakness comes muscle atrophy, the wasting away of muscle tissue. Without the signals for protein synthesis and repair that vitamin D helps provide, muscle mass can decline at an accelerated rate, contributing to that feeling of softness or shrinking muscles you might notice. These two factors, weakness and atrophy, combine to significantly increase the risk of falls. Falls are a major cause of injury and loss of independence in seniors. Weak muscles, especially in the legs, mean less stability and slower reaction times to catch yourself if you stumble. Vitamin D deficiency is an independent risk factor for falls. Furthermore, low vitamin D can contribute to fatigue and muscle aches or pains, sometimes mimicking symptoms of other conditions. This can discourage physical activity, creating a vicious cycle where inactivity leads to more muscle loss. Imagine trying to run a factory your muscles with insufficient power vitamin D. Production strength and growth slows down. Machines' muscle fibers start to break or shrink. Accidents, falls become more likely, and the whole operation feels sluggish and painful, fatigue and aches. The implication here is that the muscle weakness and instability you might be experiencing aren't necessarily an unavoidable part of aging. They could be a direct, correctable consequence of low vitamin D, Addressing the deficiency could potentially improve your strength, stability, and reduce your risk of debilitating falls. This point is vital because it directly links low vitamin D to tangible negative outcomes for seniors' physical function and safety, providing a powerful incentive to take action. Are these consequences making you think about your own vitamin D levels? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're finding this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Now, while our focus is on muscles, it's worth briefly mentioning that this vitamin's importance extends beyond them. That's point number 6. Point 6. Beyond muscle. The widespread importance of vitamin D. Although we've highlighted vitamin D's critical role in muscle health, its benefits don't stop there. Understanding its broader impact reinforces why maintaining adequate levels is so crucial for overall senior well-being. As we touched upon earlier, vitamin D is absolutely essential for bone health by facilitating calcium and phosphorus absorption. Without it, bones become brittle, increasing the risk of fractures, which is another major threat to independence in older adults. So, vitamin D supports both the structures moved by muscles, bones, and the muscles themselves. Furthermore, vitamin D plays a significant role in immune system function. Adequate levels are associated with a reduced risk of infections, including respiratory infections. A strong immune system is vital for seniors to stay healthy and active. Research also suggests potential links between vitamin D and other aspects of health, including cardiovascular health, mood regulation, and even cognitive function, though these areas are still subjects of ongoing study. Think of vitamin D not just as a specialist muscle support, but also a general practitioner overall health. It has its key area of expertise but contributes to the healthy functioning of many other systems, creating a stronger, more resilient body overall. The implication is that addressing vitamin D deficiency benefits multiple aspects of your health simultaneously, offering a holistic boost to your well-being in your senior years. It's an investment in your entire body, not just one part. This point is vital because it provides a more complete picture of vitamin D's value, making the case for maintaining healthy levels even stronger by showing its widespread positive effects on overall health and longevity. Given its importance and the vulnerability of seniors to deficiency, how can you know your vitamin D status? That's our 7th point. Point 7. How to know if you're deficient. The simple test. You can talk about symptoms like muscle weakness or fatigue, but the only reliable way to know your vitamin D level is through a simple blood test. This is usually the 25-hydroxyvitamin D test, often written as 25OD. This test measures the main circulating form of vitamin D in your blood, which reflects your body's vitamin D stores. Your doctor can easily order this test. There is some debate in the medical community about the optimal range, but many experts consider a level below 20 nanograms per milliliter to be deficient, and levels between 20 to 30 ml may be considered insufficient. Levels above 30 ml are generally considered adequate. Don't guess your vitamin D level based on how much sun you get or how much milk you drink. There's too much variability in skin synthesis, diet, and absorption. The test provides a clear, objective number. It's like trying to check your car's oil level by guessing based on how far you've driven. You need to actually check the dipstick. The vitamin D blood test is your body's dipstick. The implication is that if you are concerned about muscle weakness, falls, or simply want to be proactive about your health as a senior, talking to your doctor about a vitamin D test is a smart and necessary step. It takes the guesswork out of it. This point is vital because it gives you a concrete, actionable way to assess your current situation regarding vitamin D, moving from potential concern to actual knowledge and allowing for targeted intervention. Once you know your status, what steps can you take to ensure you're getting enough of this crucial vitamin? That's our final point. Point 8. Actionable steps. Getting enough of the sunshine vitamin. Fortunately, there are several ways to increase your vitamin D levels. and often a combination of approaches is best for seniors. Safe sun exposure. While skin synthesis decreases with age, it's still a source. Short, regular periods of sun exposure, e.g., 10 to 15 minutes on arms and legs a few times a week, depending on location, time of year, and skin type, can help. However, balance this with skin cancer risk. Avoid sunburn and prolonged, intense sun. This can be tricky for seniors, making other sources essential. Dietary sources. Few foods naturally contain significant vitamin D. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are good sources. Smaller amounts are found in egg yolks and mushrooms. Many foods are fortified with vitamin D, such as milk, some orange juices, and cereals. Check food labels. Relying solely on diet can be difficult, especially if intake is limited. Supplementation. For many seniors, supplementation is the most reliable way to ensure adequate vitamin D intake. Vitamin D3 cholecalciferol is generally recommended as it's the form our skin produces and is most effective at raising blood levels. Dosages vary, and it's crucial to discuss the appropriate dose with your doctor based on your blood test results and individual needs. They can recommend a safe and effective daily or weekly dose. Do not start high-dose supplementation without consulting a healthcare professional. Think of these as different ways to fill your vitamin D tank. Sun is one pump, diet is another, but supplementation is often the most consistent and controllable pump, especially when the others aren't enough. The implication is that you have practical, accessible options to address low vitamin D. It's not an insurmountable problem. Working with your doctor to find the right balance of these sources, particularly supplementation, can make a significant difference in raising your levels. This point is vital because it provides clear, actionable advice on how to overcome vitamin D deficiency, empowering seniors to take concrete steps towards better muscle health and overall well-being. So, as we've explored through these 8 critical points, the narrative that muscle loss is just an inevitable part of aging is incomplete. While age plays a role, the rate at which your muscles disappear and weaken can be significantly accelerated by a deficiency in one essential nutrient, vitamin D. We've seen how this sunshine hormone is vital not just for your bones, but directly powers muscle function, influences growth, and protects against weakness and atrophy. We've discussed why seniors are particularly vulnerable to deficiency and the serious consequences this can have, including increased fall risk. And importantly, we've outlined how you can test your levels and take practical steps through sun, diet, and supplementation to ensure you're getting enough. The core message here is one of hope and empowerment. You have more control over maintaining your strength and vitality than you might have thought. Recognizing the critical role of vitamin D, addressing potential deficiencies, and combining this with activity and good nutrition can make a profound difference in your ability to remain active, independent, and enjoy your golden years to the fullest. It's never too late to take action. Ask yourself, based on what you've learned, is it time to talk to your doctor about getting your vitamin D level checked? What small step towards better vitamin D intake can you commit to starting today? Thank you so much for watching. I hope this information has been truly helpful. If it was, please give this video a big thumbs up. It really supports the channel. Leave a comment below sharing your thoughts or any questions you have about vitamin D and muscle health. And if you want more practical health tips and insights for healthy aging, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Sharing this video with friends or family who could benefit would also be greatly appreciated. Stay strong, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.